Danny Vegas time. Danny Vegas World segment. Nicole, are we ready for our Business Titan speaker interview series? Say that 3 times real fast. And today, I'm all giddy, man.
It's so good.
Oh, it's so good.
We got a good one today.
I reeled in a good one. Dave Linden, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Nicole. It's an honor to be here.
You are the man. Oh, my goodness gracious.
You have a velvety voice. Have you been on broadcasting, radio, TV before?
Well, and of course, you put the voice on more when someone asks you that question.
Right.
So, actually, the first 15 years of my working career was in radio.
Yeah, your voice is fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I haven't heard this radio voice out at mixers.
Right.
Like
well,
usually it's just really quick. Dave, let's get a selfie.
Exactly.
And that's about the extent of our conversation.
When I'm in a soundproof room, it sounds amazing. I first would like to start out by thanking Austin in the green room for the craft services, an amazing bottle of water.
Oh, Austin is
Yes.
famous for going to the refrigerator and
Yes.
getting bottled water for
icy
people.
cold water
It-
here at Gene Woods.
It was refreshing, and it was perfect for me to get ready for the interview.
We give away cases of water in this joint during the summer, let me tell you. But anyway, Dave, man, we only got 10 minutes. If you don't know, Dave Linden is the creator of the world, I can't say world, largest mixer. And we are going for number 12 here in Las Vegas. There's literally, we call it the season, don't we, Dave? Where there's 4 of them all around the western United States, Southern California, and here. But we're going to concentrate on this one today. I'm always fascinated with, okay, I'm laying in bed, I'm staring at the ceiling. Expos. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do an expo. So how did this come about?
That's exactly how it didn't come about.
Okay.
So basically, I was the public relations manager at a museum in Los Angeles
That's exciting.
about 20 years ago.
Okay, so
yes.
putting the stuffed animals in different places?
Stuffed cars.
Stuffed cars.
Yes, it was a car museum. Okay. So that's where the largest mixer was created. My job was to bring in, demographics that didn't normally come to the museum, and sadly, locals don't usually go to museums, more of a tourist kind of place. So, we just created an event, and at the time, as I said, it was 20 years ago, so I was a little younger, had a little more hair on my head. Thank you for looking, and thank you for checking that out. Figured I'm just not going to throw a mixer. It's going to be the largest mixer in Los Angeles.
You started with the concept. Can we talk about the law of attraction? Did you name it largest mixer?
Right, exactly. So the idea was, I was thinking, wow, I can take over the world because I'm only, 30 years old.
Right.
I think today I would be just calling it the mixer.
Mixer.
It's a lot of pressure to throw
you
the
had
largest
gravitas
mixer,
back when you were
I
younger.
did, yeah. I was very excited about life.
It seems
the
to have
bitterness
worked,
hadn't seeped into me yet. But in any case, so we created the largest mixer in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And seriously, the first year we had about 1,500 people show up, which was amazing. This was before the internet, right? This is before email. We literally were we stuffed flyers and put a stamp on it and mailed out information. So that's kind of how the first largest mixer started. 5 years later, brought it to Orange County. A year after that to Las Vegas, and then a year after that to Inland Empire in Ontario.
So, but you always had even at the museum, you can have a table and you can show off your
Right. Good question. The first couple of years, it was just for chambers and restaurants to have tables, and then people came. But then the people that did show up were like, hey, I want a booth.
Right.
So it's like, oh, yeah,
So the light bulb went off in
I
your
guess
head.
we'll start selling some booths. So that's when it kind of turned into more of a business expo mixer. A lot of people do ask, largest mixer, but it's kind of a business expo style. But, my response is typically, one's definition of mixer is not necessarily, you don't look in the dictionary under mixer and it says, this is what it is. A mixer, this is a mixer.
Right.
We're mixing the 3 of us. So
Right.
it could really be what you want it to be. So in our mind, a mixer is, exhibitors, people, networking lounges, and, just getting a crowd of business people together.
Well, what's amazing, here's one of my largest mixers story. I remember when I first started my gig, the Danny Vegas gig, I believe it was in September, and I had one place I'd have an event every week at the same place. So I was literally at the Sedona for 4 weeks. And one week there was no one there. Now I've been doing this for 3 weeks. I'm like, well, what happened? Hey, man, it's the largest mixer. It's on the same night as yours. And this was, I believe you were at the Plaza that year.
Could be.
Could be.
We've been at the Plaza.
So that was my first introduction to the largest mixer, was a real punch in the lips, basically. Like, oh, okay, never heard of this thing before. So basically...
So you learned real quick that there was an elephant in the room. Just
I learned big quick there was a 1,000-pound gorilla in the room.
Step on you when you're just...
I got stomped on my 3rd week of Danny Vegas. Got stomped by the largest mixer.
Which I apologize sincerely. It was not by intention.
I learned a lot. I learned a lot. Not to have your event on the same night.
He's apologizing for his excellence, which made you stronger.
It's great, but you know what?
Say you're welcome.
What's great is you are part of the Las Vegas Woman's Magazine family, and so am I, and that's what brought us together.
That is true. Which can we just point out? I would like to thank Tammy for putting us our ad.
This is your full page.
Yes, kitty corner to the Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur story.
Yes,
I thought that was very apropos. So thank you, Tammy.
Aww.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to spell apropos, but we'll talk about that after the show. Okay,
there's
anyway,
a hidden S in there.
You know, okay, so this, this particular year, number 12.
Yes.
Amazing. You are at Texas Station this year. And you've been there before,
right? So we were there in 2012 and 2013.
Right.
Sometimes it's nice, to mix it up, change locations. But in all actuality, the Texas is really an amazing place to have the event.
Yes.
The ballroom is great. We basically take over the whole conference center.
Right.
The foyer. There's another smaller ballroom we take. The main ballroom. We're utilizing every inch of that space this year.
For your type of an event, it is great. The hallways are very wide. You can park cars in there. Just a great venue, because I know you left Texas Station. You had to go throw one at the Riviera before they tore it down. So you had to go do that. That was
a good event. The parking was horrible, but the event was awesome.
Oh, I remember that event very well, because one of my clients was a vendor there, and it just seems you took the biggest room and filled it.
Oh my gosh.
Was amazing.
Well, as I always say, it's a great largest mixer when parking sucks.
Absolutely.
So if you're easy in, easy out, then there wasn't. Absolutely.
Yes.
So
Carpool people.
That was carpool. So it's a Texas station
wing people.
Where there's plenty of parking.
Plenty of parking, and it's right down the street from my house. So I love that. And it is on the 20th of September, 5 to 9 p.m. And what I love about the largest mixer is there are companies that do nothing else all year long that have space at this event. That's when you can tell you are a 1,000-pound gorilla.
Networking for sure.
Okay, when there's I've never seen these companies before. You know why? Because they don't do stuff that's mediocre. They only spend their money on top stuff, and Dave's event is that.
Dave, can we get some gold nuggets out of that skull of yours?
Sure.
Because you're an expert in trade shows, mixers, networking.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Tell me a strategy. If we can go over a strategy for a vendor, for an exhibitor, and a strategy for an attendee. Just a couple of good nuggets.
Well, and thank you for asking that question, because oftentimes people do show up either as an attendee or an exhibitor, don't have a plan, and then they're let down. So as far as an exhibitor, the word is follow-up, and that's the biggest thing that I find that people don't do in general.
Not necessarily sell stuff at the event.
Right, but it's about building relationships. We're not an event where it's return on investment. You're not going to show up. We're not a swap meet. You're not going to show up and be like, hey, I want to sell you right here. It's shaking hands. It's having a quick chat and then following up later. As far as an attendee, don't think of this as an event to come in and sell your services to all the exhibitors. You're an attendee. Come and mix and mingle, bring business cards, and hold the selling after the event.
That's right. Because that has been a problem with other and any expo that people come and they try to sell their stuff to vendors, and vendors spend money to promote their stuff, not listen to your pitch. Right. So anyway.
So attendees should have a way to gather information to start that relationship. So business card bowl, drawing, something like that, and then people that are attending grab one of those awesome bags, fill it up full of stuff, and then do your own follow-up.
Yeah, and just keep in mind, you might see somebody in line paying for their ticket. That's someone to talk to.
All right. Okay, we're out of time. The 20th of September, Texas Station. This is the event. You miss it, you're losing money. Danny Vegas time, Danny Vegas World. Nicole, say goodbye.
Mixer.Vegas. Bye.
All right, see you next week.